So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the expectations in the academic integrity process. So kind of our role as advisors, your role as a student, and then the role of the facilitator. So you kind of understand how those fit together. So as an academic advisor, our role is to really help you understand the guidelines. We, of course, want to uphold those guidelines. Part of why we're educating you today on this process. We are here to provide guidance to you as you go through this process. It is a pretty involved process because they want it to be fair. And so, especially if you have been accused of a violation, that is a stressful situation. And so we're here to kind of help you through that process. We cannot take sides as an advisor. Again, we're here to help you through the process. We're not here to determine if it's more likely than not that you committed a violation. We're here to help you get through that process. The sooner we know you have been accused of a violation, the more help we can provide. There is a point in the process where your advisor is notified. That is usually a little bit later in the process. So I would highly encourage you, if you've been accused of a violation, contact your advisor, let us know what's going on. We can kind of help you know what to expect going forward. So what is your role as a student in this academic integrity process? Of course, we want you to understand and uphold the guidelines of academic integrity the university has set forth. That's, again, why we're educating you on this. Number one, you need to present your own work. If you're using the words and ideas of others, make sure you appropriately cite those things. It's very easy. Usually you'll find it in the syllabus. If it's not in the syllabus, ask early in the class, hey, what is your preferred method of citation? Because there are several out there. The instructor will tell you what their preferred method is, and you can certainly go with that. You also have a responsibility to protect your work from misuse. So, if somebody else in the class says, hey, can I check my work against yours? If that's not something the instructor has said is okay, be very careful with that because, again, you could be just as responsible by providing that work or those answers to a classmate for a really simple, hey, can I double check? So be real careful with that. You've got to accept the responsibility for your actions. If you ever do interact with any members of the academic integrity panel or you're ever in this process, make sure you treat everybody with respect. Of course, you should be doing that anyway, but you want to be incredibly respectful during this process. And then, of course, any other university representatives you interact with during the process, you would want to be honest and upfront with them and very respectful of them. So what are some of the expectations that are placed on instructors in this process? Because again, this is not just about students, it's also about instructors. And they should be helping students understand this process as well. And so their standards should be consistent with the university policy on academic integrity. They should communicate to you information about academic integrity, which will usually happen through your syllabus. They should be reducing opportunities for dishonesty. So when they're giving tests, when they're giving those things, making sure the classroom environment, of course, for online students, that's a little bit different. But making sure, there are proctoring arrangements in place. There are things to help students, not be dishonest. Giving clear instructions for homework and projects. If you're ever not clear, ask them. It is much easier to ask up front, even if it seems like a silly question about an assignment or a project, than it is to go through this process later. So they should be fair in their evaluations. Again, teaching assistants are also educated in this policy, so any teaching assistants helping with your classes should be upholding these things as well. Again, they should be treating you with respect and trusting that you will follow the policy until proven otherwise. And so, they shouldn't be assuming you're going to cheat. Although, once somebody's been teaching a while, they've seen a lot of things. And so most of them do try to set up their classes to prevent those things. And so, You know, these are kind of some of the expectations for all of us with this policy, because really at the end of the day, we're not looking to trip up students. We're not looking to get you in trouble for academic integrity violations. What we're trying to do is we are trying to uphold the value of an OSU degree. I personally have 3 degrees here from OSU, and I'm very proud of those degrees, and I want those diplomas to mean something, and I want people to think, hey, OSU is a highly regarded, ethical school that has integrity. And so I know that's what you want too. You wouldn't be taking these classes, you wouldn't be putting in all this work and effort if you didn't want people to think highly of this degree. So we all have to do our part and live up to those expectations.